Dr. Bharrat Jagdeo highlights the empowerment of indigenous communities under the 2006 Amerindian Act. The 2006 Amerindian Act, a landmark piece of legislation, has significantly empowered indigenous communities in Guyana, granting them the right to self-determination, self-management, and autonomy over their affairs. This was underscored by General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party, PPP, Dr. Bharrat Jagdeo, during a recent press conference, where he condemned biased media coverage of the National Tasheos Council, NTC, conference. Dr. Jagdeo highlighted that the Amerindian Act provides indigenous villages with the authority to establish their own rules, protect their land rights, and preserve their cultural heritage. For the first time in Guyana's history, village councils have been empowered to enforce these rules and levy fines for violations, marking a significant step towards self-determination and autonomy. The NTC, established by the Amerindian Act, plays a vital role in advancing and protecting indigenous rights and fostering development. The Act outlines provisions for governance, entry and access to villages, village lands, grants of communal land, and elections, among other key elements that support indigenous rights and development. Before this Act, Amerindian communities had no right to refuse mining on their lands. The Geology and Mines Commission could issue prospecting and mining licenses for any land, including titled Amerindian land. Under this Act, we changed that, Dr. Jagdeo emphasized, highlighting the transformative impact of the legislation. Addressing the ongoing NTC conference, Dr. Jagdeo praised the government's investments in health, education, sports, and the carbon credit program, which have positively impacted village economies. He also criticized the media for focusing on negative statements from a few individuals associated with the Amerindian People's Association, APA, thereby overshadowing the positive developments in hinterland, riverine, and remote communities. I spent 3 hours discussing various development initiatives with the Tasheos. Every single comment was positive. They were all supportive of the government's actions in their villages and took pride in recounting how government-funded projects are transforming the lives of their people. This was the overwhelming sentiment, Dr. Jagdeo shared. The government's commitment to advancing the rights and development of indigenous people is evident through various programs and policies. Within the first 2 years of carbon credit funds disbursement, over $9 billion will be injected into more than 242 communities as part of the Low Carbon Development Strategy, LCDS, 2030. In 2024, the first disbursement of $4.7 billion is currently funding over 800 projects focused on tourism, food security, women and youth empowerment, and income-generating initiatives. This year, villages will receive a substantial increase in their carbon credit allocation, totaling $4.84 billion, representing a 26.5% increase from the initial allocation. These funds will be disbursed by next week, according to Dr. Jagdeo. Additionally, significant investments are being made to improve health, education, and social welfare services in indigenous communities, with plans to construct state-of-the-art hospitals in Regions 1, 7, 8, and 9, equipped with telemedicine capabilities.